Hello, everyone. It's Nicole D'Angelo here, or Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo, for another Truckin' with Nikki. And I have been, well, we had two really weird runs when I first started this, and it was a late night. I had been at school all day, had done a lot of homework, and it was around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Should never have done them, but I just wanted to get you guys used to what I was going to be doing in this series. The series is going to be just about this game, and I like this game. I'm going to say it again, and I kind of wish that this was uh, actually being done in something like Elite Dangerous's world, where there's a Care Bear world. There's nobody shooting at you, nobody running you off the road, nobody trying to intercept your cargo like the mafia pulling you over and stealing it. But it is nonetheless pretty fun. And then I started thinking, what if Flight Simulator X-Plane had a mode that let you carry air freight from place to place? That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Or if you had a small plane and you were flying like medical supplies from the continental US up through the wilderness of Alaska, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? But we don't have that. We have American Truck Simulator, and we like it. Well, I like it. There's a lot of other people out there that like it, and they're a little bit more obsessed with me with steering wheels and pedals and shifters and whole cockpits or truck cockpit simulators for this. Me, I'm going to take it from the lighthearted way that I've been taking it, which is it's a fun game, and I crash a lot. And that should be my name in here. I crash a lot. But you can see our company is called SCAA Trucking. We have 6,633, so 6633. Oh, God, if you work that out, it's 666. That's not good. We have to move forward. So last time up, we got our first skill point. We put our first skill point into high-value cargo. If we get a skill point this time, we're going to put it into just-in-time delivery. So let's go to the world map to show you a little bit of where we are. We're in Eureka. The only way we can go is to go back to where we came from. And you can see we have Hornbrook, Reno, Truckee, and San Rafael that will be in our range. Let's hope, at least. So let's see what we got coming out of here. All right, where are we going to go with the most expensive one? I'm going to go right back to Reading. It seems like all these go to Reading. So we're going to just go back the way that we came. And with that, we know it's lots of twisty, turny roads, so we only have one thing to do, which is to take the most expensive job. That's going to be it. We came here, it was nighttime, so it will still be nighttime, and it is. Oh my God, they're making this difficult. Let me see this. Oh, we're inside. And all we have to do is move forward and then get out of here. That won't be hard. So let's start this baby up. Let's make sure the lights are on. Let's make sure that our steering wheel is centered. Let me see something. Do I have the razor thing loaded? Is the razor thing loaded here? That is something I have to do. Do not have the razor thing loaded. I probably need to download the razor drivers because I have a Naga Hex. And do something about my my DPI on my mouse. Alright, we're going to turn this baby around just a little bit. And we're going to go back out the way we came. Which I think is this way. And over to the left over there. Correct? Nope, it's over to the right. Are we going around in circles? Did I miss the entrance? I may have missed the entrance. Yes, I did. Not paying attention already, so let's hope that we don't get into an accident here. This shows that we can go through here. And there's the entrance, so we are fine. We're on the road now, so we did kind of miss the entrance, but big deal. We could have gone to the left, we went to the right. But, we were observing right-hand traffic rules. Maybe that's what it is. I lived in an apartment in, up in Canton, Georgia, and the apartment complex had they had a traffic pattern that you always had to go one way out. And the people that lived in the front of the traffic, well, in the front of the, it was a ring, okay? So the whole apartment complex was arranged in a big giant ring, and the people that lived at the front would always go and make a left-hand turn to get out and go against traffic. And even though it was private property, the private property people, the people that own the property, would have the cops in there every now and then to give out tickets. And the tickets for going the wrong way on a road are pretty high in Georgia. So that ticket would be somewhere between $400 and $500 for people just wanting to go the 300 feet to the front gate instead of having to drive the quarter of a mile around the complex. It's kind of harsh, you know what I mean? Eventually, when I lived there, they put in a two-way traffic pattern for the people that lived in the first quarter of it. Everybody else still had to go the other way. Kind of weird. Well, it also had the widest road in the beginning of that apartment complex because it was right near the swimming pool. If we remember this trek all the way up here, it was a lot of twisty, turny, curvy roads. And we're in the Kenworth W900 again, which, no, we're not. We're in the Kenworth 680, I think it is. We're in the newer Kenworth. Now, one thing I like about the Kenworths is their look. No, we're in the W900. I'm looking at the board. I like the look, but I don't like the fact that the speedometer does not give me a digital readout. And yes, it's over to the right. But what if I didn't want my sat nav panel up? What if I just wanted to drive with that off? I would have to look down and read the really tiny dials. They really could do a much better pass at the graphics on the dashboard, bringing it up to a much higher level of detail, making it a lot easier to read. That is something that I wish they would do in this game. Just give you a much higher detail interior of the truck. I mean, they spent a lot of time on detailing the back of the truck if you have a sleeper cab. I don't think we have one. Next stop, I'll take a look. I did not look back, and I'll show you what I mean. There's a lot of detail in the trucks. But the dashboard, I think, just needs a little bit more anti-aliasing and a lot more much higher detail levels. Outside, I'm pretty happy with. I don't want the average person that has a computer not to be able to run this game. I'm getting somewhere between 100 and 144 frames per second. I don't have a top-end rig. I have an AMD FX 9370 and a NVIDIA 970 from EVGA. I have the super clocked one. Still considered a mid-range system, believe it or not, because it's not a new generation i7. It's not a 980 Ti and above. That would take it into the high tier. So I'm right in the middle of the mid-tier gaming systems, maybe a little bit towards the higher end of the mid-tier. Oop. When it says 35, they mean it too. We were talking about that. These are set up. Oh, hi, kitty. Batcat has jumped in my lap. Oh, and we have hit the side, but we did not. This truck does not have a bigger engine, so we have to back up. And probably take it out this way a little bit. Yeah, and then make the turn. Oh god, Batcat. It sounds like a tank. But Batcat jumps in my lap every now and then. Okay, we are going to take this. These curvy roads. Alright, so lots of fines in the game, like I said. They've diminished the amount of fines for people that are in the low tiers, but as you get higher and higher, those fines get higher and higher. I've been getting a lot of comments in my videos lately because I've reached the 2,800 followers in my Star Citizen AA channel about my voice and about my masculinity. People, I say this once in a blue moon, but I'm transgender. And you figure in this world people would have a little bit more acceptance of those things. And if you don't, then get the fuck off my channel. Now that's not for everybody. I just go and I talk about that once in a blue moon. I think it's been pretty much the better part of almost 100 videos since I said something the last time. I am here to provide a service for you all, and that service is to show you some games. That's it. Or talk about Star Citizen, talk to the people at Star Citizen, well, at RSI, or sorry, Cloud Imperium Games. And on my other channel, it's just to play games and have fun. And if you want to take part in that, please do, and please leave comments. I am dedicated to this. I've been doing it for a very long time now, probably the better part of 3 years. And I am getting better with each one of my shows, I believe. And with that said, we won't talk about that again for hopefully another 100 videos. Alright folks, well, hopefully by the time the next 100 videos, I have over 5,000 people, and it really doesn't matter what 1 or 2 people say. Really shouldn't right now. You see, we have to slow down now. Okay, we're in Reading, so we should be fine. We're going over some kind of a river. We did this the last time. And we have to make a right up here. And for those of you that played European Truck Simulator, in America we can make right on reds, which generally school buses don't do and big trucks don't do. I mean, that's usually reserved for cars, at least where I've lived. So we've got our turn signal on. We've got this John Deere tractor behind us, so we want to make sure that we don't have it fall off for those people. We're delivering it to the farming simulator people. Look at that. We could turn truck simulator and farm simulator into one cohesive unit. We deliver, they farm, we get to take their corn and bring it to the people that have an airport, and they could fly it to another state where a truck picked it. My God, you could make a world where you have all these different simulator type games all in one place. That would be awesome. I mean, wouldn't it? If you could merge like truck simulator, farm simulator, flight simulator, train simulator all into one single unit. That would be incredible. It would be kind of like what Gaiden is doing with the listen to me. War Thunder. You have War Thunder tanks, War Thunder planes, and they're going to have War Thunder ships. They're combining those 3 types of battles into one game. And here, I wish that somebody would step up and combine these 3 types of games, or 4 types of games, into one. All the logistics simulators, all the ones about moving things from A to B, and throw Farm Simulator in there for the people that like to do that. That would be an immense game. It could also be an open world MMO for people that like this type of game. That would be amazing. Alright, so it's getting light outside. If you look up, you can see the stars. I'm not sure if they modeled the sky correctly. That would be awesome if they did. Every now and then you can see a shooting star, which is amazing that they happen as often as they do. In this game, they probably happen a little bit more often than they do in real life. But in real life, they happen a lot more often than you would expect. Right, we're coming up to our last turn, I believe, because we only have 22 miles to go. We have to slow down because this is a tight turn. Well, I didn't see it. I thought it was up there by those lights. So we've made our turn, and I'm making all my turns with the assumption that it's late night, early morning. It's now early morning, and nobody's going to be there. Let me tell you, Track IR would be a great thing to have so you could look left and right pretty fast. But if you look, I've got my mirrors set up so I can see who's behind me and who's left and right of me. I just didn't check who was right of me on that road because I couldn't see because my mirror wasn't in position yet. I wonder if trucks today have cameras, like little webcams in different places and a little array of cameras in them so you could actually see who's where, when, how. Should be coming up. I think we're delivering right back to where we came from. Yes, we are. We're going right back to Bushnell. We took something out of Bushnell, and now we're bringing something back. Let's see where we have to park this time. This one's going to be a hard park. I'm almost sure of it. And we all know how bad I am at parking at this point. But this is a straight in. You only get 40 XP for doing it. It's going to be up to the left, which means it's going to be... I don't know. I don't know which way is better to go. We got to go straight. This is going to be a tough park, I have a feeling. This farm has a lot of big trailers here. It's a moderately easy park, actually. I think this is the one we did the last time. So we will figure this one out. We just have to pull this forward. Alright, I'm gonna stop there. Alright. Now, we have to get that thing... We have to get that thing to the right. So we're gonna move our... slightly to the right over here. And then straighten it out. Ooh, we're gonna fall off. That's gonna hurt. We've got to get around this thing over here. Nope, we're gonna hit. We're gonna pull it straight a little bit. That's good. No, straight. I'm telling you, inside the truck is probably a lot easier to do this. Alright, let's get him turning pretty much. No, I messed this one up. Like I said, it's probably easier to do this by continuously moving views or to learn how to do it from inside the cab. Let's see, there is a way to do it this way, right? And then you just look out both. See, we're looking out the windows. And we'll push it this way for a little bit. And yeah, it looks like it is a little bit easier doing it this way, because your mind thinks in the way that you would be if you were backing up. So, did we figure something out here? That this is an easier way to do it? I think we did. I think we figured something out here, but we're probably going to miss it. We're going to have some kind of weird, cockeyed way of putting this truck in. Yeah, we got to pull it up just a little bit to this way. Let him come this way a little bit, and then straighten it out. And go back to that view, and just keep our tires straight. And hopefully get it right in where it's supposed to go. And I'm not keeping my tires straight because I want to nail it this time. Alright, we did it. Let's see how we did. Yeah, we did a pretty decent one. I guess looking out the back window is a much better way to go. Now look, we have a big trailer cab, right? We have a big day cab. It's not a day cab, it's a sleeper cab. And look how detailed it is. See what I mean? It's amazingly detailed in places that you don't always look, and I think that's pretty cool. But the dashboard just is not as detailed. Look how fuzzy the numbers are and stuff. Well, I'm blind, but Just don't see it. And there's no digital thermometer as I hit the I key to go through this. But rain, even though we're in California, it does rain in Northern California and Oregon. It's not so much in Nevada and Southern California, but it will be modeled in some of our runs eventually, especially when they start adding other places. So we've made our delivery. We're going to hit the T key. We're going to see what we got. 197 miles, 5 hours, 41 gallons, and we don't have to worry about that stuff. But we got our 2600 and we've leveled up to level 3. So we're on our way. Let's go to continue and let's take that just-in-time delivery and apply it. So now we have a couple of things going for us. All right, we have unlocked just a straight run from, well, kind of a straight run from Sacramento to Eureka. Now we want to start webbing out. We want to go up to Hornbrook just once, but we want to go to Reno and possibly go to Carson City, Tonopah, Las Vegas, and then come down to Barstow. And then we can start webbing our way up and back to our home base here. By the time we're done getting down to Las Vegas, we should be around level 5, and we should start thinking about getting our own truck. And that's what my hope is. So as long as we keep driving the way we did this one, making money, getting up to around 50K to 65K by the time we get to level 5, we should be fine. So folks, that's it for this episode of Truckin' with Nikki. And with that said, y'all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.